Hi everyone! With these tips, you'll be able to build like a pro. The first one is layout. So you want to plan where you want your build to be. So this is not a good example. I just did this really quickly because don't build your house too close to the road. You know, it looks better if it's more farther. Start building like here. This is where I like to start usually building right there. Also, you can use plain markings to help you with your layout, or plain short fence. Then you would make your bedroom, shape it out. Also, you can use inspiration like Pinterest, Google, or YouTube to see what you want to do, how many bedrooms you want, what's the theme, you know, and also plan out how many rooms, where the rooms will be, or like if you're having a garage and stuff, where the entryway will be, you know, things like that. And the second tip is exterior. So with the exterior, I recommend just doing, when starting out, you know, second thing that I usually do, the exterior is just to do simple stuff like the windows, wall trim. I just like to start out with the windows, wall trim. I already finished the exterior of this house, but I'm just giving an example. Start out with the windows, wall trim, you know, put some colors and materials. Nothing fancy yet. I like to keep it simple, then work on the inside, and then I add the finishing touches later on. So this next one, which is number 3, is the interior color scheme. Pick up to 5 colors that you'd like to have for your interior for color consistency throughout your build. So for example, for a modern interior, this is just an example, what I like to do. You could have hurricane gray, pearl, cloudy gray, white, and dark stone gray colors, just, you know, throughout your build, or you can do something completely different. It depends on your building style and what you like. Also, if you're doing a classic house, I would do like whites, grays, and a mixture of browns, and you know, test out the colors on the walls and the floors before placing your furniture down. Another tip is to layer floors and see how it looks. So for example, this is hurricane gray with planks. That is 1 layer. This is 2 layers, 3 layers, 4 layers, and 5 layers. So as you can see, layering your floors makes your build look completely it makes it look different, and I feel like it gives it more detail. This next one is number 4, choosing furniture. You can use furniture, you can use basic shapes if you want to make your house a little more detailed. You can make custom walls, tables, and etc. Like for example, if you want to make a table, you could just either use a square cube or like use this vertical cylinder here. It can be time consuming picking furniture that complements each other. Lucky for you, I have some ideas that you can have. Okay, so I know this looks like a hot mess, but let me just explain real quick. Okay, so over here is the modern. I did not color it because I just want you guys to see the things that I placed down that you can use in a modern build to give you some ideas. So I placed some lights that you can use. You can take a look at them. I painted them black because it was really bright in here. Here are some couches you can use. Some coffee tables, books. We also have extra plants over here. These ones are my favorite to use for modern builds, and there are also some lamps you can use. And paintings, and pretty much almost all of the TVs are modern, except for the Granny TV. That's old, very old. But here are some light switches that you can use as well. And now that's modern. Moving on to aesthetic, which is pretty cluttered in here. But these are all the lights that I placed down that you can use for your build. And I also place this one on the wall. Most of the TVs, except for the grinding TV, you can really use for your aesthetic build, if that's what you're going for. And here are the lamps. This is the plants that I use. And these ones over here, almost all the plants I'd use. Here are the couches you can use, and so many coffee tables that I like to use for my builds as well. Also the books down there, I don't know if you can see that very well. Books, definitely mugs. I put this cutting board down here because that's definitely a yes. And the notes, I see a lot of people using the notes. Not a lot of people using the checkered one, but definitely the windmill. And yeah, that is modern and aesthetic. Okay, so this next one is number 5, which is adding extra detail. So you can use structurals and pillars. For example, with the pillars you can make wall patterns or accents. You know, try doing something like that with this. It's okay looking, but you can do something like this, or you know, be creative and unique with it, mess around with it and see how it looks. For the pillars and for the structurals, I saw someone else do this. Mine is a little messy. Just do like rows instead of columns, or you know, whatever you want to do. And another one is you can take like objects or just decorations and placing them on top of each other like this. You can do this. I like this one better than just one table because it gives more detail and kind of like depth to the table itself. Number 6 is lighting. So a lot of people already know this, but I just wanted to say, you know, to people who don't know, that lighting depending on the kind of build you're going for. So like, don't make it too bright or too dark, and place your lights in an organized way. Like, let's say that someone is in a room, right, and they are just placing it like this. That's not very organized. You have it in 2x4, but it's not organized. You know, you could just place them like this. Tip for building on mobile: in order to get your lights to be lined up like this. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a white dot right here on the grass. But take that white dot and hover it over the line that you want to place your lights in, and that will get you straight lines. Also, don't place too many, space them out, and use different lights in a room, like not just one light. I did say that I was going to come back to the exterior. This is number 7, more exterior. Add some landscape like grass, trees, but rotate your grass, and you can add like a bush or a fountain. You can also add stones for the path, rotate them. You can also add some extra stuff on the roof, like a chimney or structurals, you know, chimney, like place chimney over there, or some structurals on the roof. Or like some basic shapes, you know, for the basic shapes, it would be more used for roofs if you have the transform game pass. You can use a small grid when placing and rotating objects for the exterior. Also, you can add wall decorations and the outward curtains. Like, I don't really know what they're called. Classic shutters. Yes, you can place shutters on your house to make it look good. Also, you can add plain marking to your driveway if you want. It makes it look really good. But they look really nice, as you can see, you know, connect them to your driveway, and or you can even like place them around your grass. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Also, check out the other videos on the screen. Bye!